EA Sports. It's in the game.
Everybody, Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to Boardwalk Hall and the famed Atlantic City Boardwalk in southern New Jersey for tonight's main event. 12 rounds of lightweight action between these two great warriors. Diego Chico Corrales is making his way to the ring right now, puffing out his chest, glaring with those eyes, and taking a big stride to his destination of glory. He's making his way down to the ring, and he does so with a confidence where he knows he put all the hard work in, and he's ready to explode inside those ropes.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Diego Chico Corrales. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, the first, Guerrero.
Okay, let's have a good clean fight. Touch him up.
Opening round here, scheduled for 12. Well, Teddy, here in this matchup, two guys who tend to go the distance. What do we look for early?
You know, I'm looking to see who can be more consistent in just one area. Who uses their jab a little bit steadier.
He got hit. Oh, now the uppercut. Chico able to land the counter punch. Well, we told you it could be this kind of fight, and as advertised thus far. Good counter punch from Corrales. Blocks away that headshot. Targeting the hooks on each man. Chico able to land the counter punch. We're seeing a lot of work to the body here early on by him. Teddy, is that a certain mentality, these guys that commit to being a body puncher?
Yeah, because they understand that the body punching, you know, that's not something that's glorious. That's not something that, you know, like a great left hook on the chin, bang, it gets results right away. They understand that that's something that pays off later, and something you got to start early and stay with.
That's a nice counter punch from Diego Corrales. Targets a counter overhand right. Teddy, what do you think is the most misunderstood about the lower weight classes?
Well, I think people don't realize how big those people have to be. I know that sounds crazy because they're smaller guys, but they have to be big in all the other dimensions, with discipline, with confidence, and with their technical approach, their technical development. They have to deal with guys that are really fast. The bigger guys don't have to deal with all those elements.
Parries that punch away. Chico able to land the counter punch. close here. Can he survive the round?
One, two, three, four, five.
So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
Final 10 seconds. And Corrales able to block that punch.
Keep working the body.
End of that round. And the knockdown was scored. Now, Teddy, the fighter who was floored, how do you treat him? Do you go soft on him when he comes back, or do you get right in his face? What's the way to approach it?
You have to know your fighter. You have to know the temperament of your fighter. Some guys, you know, they just kind of crawl up into a ball and they don't come out of it if you get too strong with them. Other guys, they react well to that. So you got to know what he reacts to, first of all. And the most important thing, you have to get information. Why did he get dropped? You had your right hand down, you got hit the hook. Get your right hand up. You'll be okay.
So here we are, all wondering, can he survive the start of this round after the way we saw him go down in that last round?
Well, it's up to his opponent. Now, his opponent gets a little careless and he rushes in a little bit too close. He can get a chance to grab those hands and tie him up. And then he can kill a little of the clock, survive.
Blocks that belt line well. Turns over the hook after turning away his opponent's shot. Lack of defense starting to be costly now. You can see that swelling.
Yeah, and you know, the first thing you think about is he's going to get back to his corner. They're going to put that end swell on it. But he needs to get better defensively. Make sure that it doesn't get worse.
Able to cover up along the belt line. Blocks that one. Nice block. Oh, he is clearly stunned. He just took a barrage of punches.
Come on, work it out.
Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. He missed with that headshot. There it is! Diego Corrales' defense let him down that time. He got caught by a well-targeted counterpunch. Blocks that belt line well. Good way to protect the midsection. Oh! That uppercut absolutely rocked him. Boy, I don't like the way his legs look at all right now. Corrales with a blocked punch. And we come to the end of the round, and he really got to his opponent that time, Teddy. He stunned him.
Oh, he stunned him. He's hearing a little tweeting going on, a little singing from the birds in his head.
Get on that. Don't fight his fight. Jab and move. Let's get on that sword. Get the compress on him.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, He got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
Good defense, just covering up down low. A headshot blocked. Good block by Corrales. Some fine fundamentals, good counterpunch.
Nice mousetrap there. He let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese. He used distance.
Wow, is he defensively sound. Blocks the headshot.
Guard your head. Keep working the jab.
Chico able to land the counter punch.
Jab. Use the jab.
And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round.
Move your head.
Gets rid of that effort. Corrales with a block punch. He's got to know that the eye's getting worse. The swelling is really more pronounced right now, but I don't see any defensive changes.
And you know what? I don't see any urgency either. You just touched on it. I don't see him where he's starting to get to the place where, you know, he's firing at the kind of rate that you would want to see a guy firing back at when he's in such a perilous position right now. He has to know that this fight is close to being stopped. He's got to start acting like a guy that's at the cliff, and he doesn't want to go over that cliff.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Diego Corrales. Good block by Corrales. Last 10 seconds. Very nice defensive guard there. Coming to the end of this round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, a round like that where it's a lot of busy activity and both guys being busy. When you were a trainer, are those the kind of rounds that you prefer, or do you like the pace to be a little slower? Does it depend on each guy?
No, if I have a fight, I'd rather have a guy fighting a guy that you never see him. Leave me the heck alone. And where I'm in control all the time. But the fans love to see a fight like that.
Get on that.
Here we go with the 4th round. Great movement to get away from those punches. Good counter punch from Corrales. Oh, and they decide to trade there. Parries that punch intended for the head. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. Able to dismiss that body shot. That's a nice counter punch from Diego Corrales. He missed with that headshot. defense just covering up down low. And there he counters back against his opponent. You always say punchers are born, Teddy. But what about a guy's ability to withstand big punches? What about a guy's chin?
You know, that's an interesting point.
There it is! Diego Corrales is stunned, and he is hurt.
Keep busy, guys. Come on now, keep busy.
Nice strike after catching one by Diego Corrales. Gets rid of that body shot. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Good way to protect the midsection. Chico able to land the counter punch. What do you think the right time is to stop a fight under circumstances like this? I mean, the swelling around the eye is getting really bad. Oh, and there you go. He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. Diego Corrales is just trying to push away. He wants to breathe a little. And they come to the end of the round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside, and boy, oh boy, are they putting on a show tonight here.
Well, kind of what you expected. These styles kind of told you that this is what you were going to get.
Don't fight, fight. Jab and move. Jab and move. You're doing fine. You're just beating it to the punch, that's all. You need to throw more.
Action under the bright lights throughout the night, and now the next round underway. Teddy, so many times a fight like this is so hard to score. It's been wildly entertaining, but it's also been dead even.
Yes, it has, and this is where the judges really have to be on their P's and Q's and not get caught up in the action. That sounds funny. You know, the fans could get caught up in the action, but they have to watch. They, being the judges, have to specifically watch punches that are landed clean versus punches that are just being thrown.
Keeping his hands up, getting away of his opponent's effort.
Let's see some more head moves. Get out of the way.
Able to defend and then go on the offensive. I don't know how they are keeping this up. They are setting such a scorching pace of action in this fight. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Halfway into round number 5 here. Good-looking counterpunch. You know, we see that he's made a stylistic change after being stunned here in this fight. But what about his opponent? Does his opponent have to make a change as well?
Well, he's got to adapt too. If he sees that what was working before for him has been taken away because the guy changed now, you know, he's made corrections, well, he's got to find another way, another offensive, you know, opening or another offensive way to get to the guy. He's got to be right with him.
Very nice defensive guard there. Fine fundamentals, good counterpunch. Oh, and they decide to trade there. Sizzling hand speed we saw moments ago. Heck of a combination, but pretty easy to get it off when you're that fast.
Yeah, it is. And what it causes, too, is besides us saying, ooh, that we see those quick hands and the judges, you know, marking it down, also it makes the opponent keep his hands in his pocket. He's afraid to move his hands because the other guy's so much faster.
What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
There ain't a way you catch him. You got that? It's gonna happen. You're gonna catch him. You're gonna catch him. Listen. Reaches in. Let that right. Let that right.
Another round, will it go in another one-way direction? It's been a one-sided fight so far tonight. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Good defensive skill. Diego Corrales is able to avoid that punch. That's a nice counter punch from Diego Corrales. Chico able to land the counter punch. Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
Corrales is stunned and he is hurt.
Hey, no holding, no holding. Come on, punch it out.
Able to cover up that gut. He's bleeding from his cheek. And Corrales able to block that punch. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. That's a nice counter punch from Diego Corrales. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special offensive happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is.
Lead him to the punch.
End of the round there. He was able to stun his opponent. Teddy, when you're training a guy that's coming off a round where he just got to his man, what do you do? Do you say, hey, I saw that and here's how you did it? How do you approach that?
Well, you want to make sure you remind them exactly what you're talking about, how he set it up. Don't think about just the big punch that landed. Remember how you got to that point.
Strickland, don't stand in front of him. His swelling is nothing. Just focus on the...
Well, the ability to adapt, so important. Who can make the changes now as we're halfway through this scheduled 12-rounder? Good job staying away from the danger there. And Corrales able to block that punch. Had his target in mind, but just missed. I really don't like the way he looks right now, Teddy, and I haven't since he got rocked earlier. Now, physically, he may have overcome that, but to me, he's just going through the motions right now.
Yeah, right now he's doing just enough to lose. He's fighting very tentative, and he has to get rid of that attitude immediately.
Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand.
Keep your distance.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Both men trading hooks. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Good job protecting himself. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Oh, he is not in good shape. He could be on the deck. This is going to take some guts to get up from this. Once again, he goes down. He gets up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
Very nice defensive guard there. Good way to protect the midsection. And Corrales able to block that punch. End of this round. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Now they got some work to do here. Their man was just dropped.
Yeah, the first thing is you put some cold water. You can't use that. You clear his head, and you tell him why he was dropped.
Listen, you're not giving me enough punches, okay? Throw more punches. Jab, jab, hooks. That head move, keep moving, and I want to see those double jabs.
So here we are, all wondering, can he survive the start of this round after the way we saw him go down in that last round?
Well, it's up to his opponent. Now, his opponent gets a little careless and he rushes in a little bit too close. He could get a chance to grab those hands and tie him up. And then he can kill a little of the clock, survive.
And Corrales able to block that punch. That's a nice counter punch from Diego Corrales. Corrales with a block punch. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Good block by Corrales. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Diego Corrales is proving to be elusive. I don't know which way to read this. Is he trying to confuse his opponent, or is he just confusing himself by changing his style, the way he's approaching things here after being knocked down earlier?
Well, if I'm the opponent, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying that I just gave him a little truth serum. Yeah, I'm seeing really the truth now about him, that he's really hurt, and he's a little desperate. And in my mind, I'm going to deal with it that way. I'm going to go after him saying, I have him. I'm going to take advantage of this right now. He's not going to fool me.
Neither man slowing down as we have 60 seconds to go in this round. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Way to block there. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. This has been a hotly contested war throughout, and you just have a sense that it's going to end at any moment in these later rounds.
Yeah, these guys are not saving anything. They're going for broke right from the beginning.
Keep your hands up, all right? You have to keep your hands up. Listen, you need to throw more punches to the body.
They are back to action here, but that action has only favored one man, completely one-sided. Hard to see the scorecards coming into play here with how dominating he's been. Good defense, just covering up down low. Good work with the uppercuts. Nice job there. He just missed that shot up top. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. Able to dismiss it. Protecting his head well with his guard. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head.
Use the ring! Use the ring!
Way to block there. Oh! He is damaged badly there. He may hit the... Well, he's been there before, and now he's there again. He got floored.
He can't afford to keep going on that floor. You have to wonder when the referee's going to step in now and stop this.
He's got the heart of a warrior to beat the count again. He did it again there.
What he's going to have to do now is have the smarts of a warrior, have the smarts of a general, and make sure that he ties up a little bit.
Blocks that belt line well. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. And the round comes to an end. We did have a knockdown in that round. Now, Teddy, if you're in the corner where your man was down on the floor, what are you telling him?
Well, the first thing that I do is I sit him down, I get water on the back of his neck. You know, I bring him to a sense, I make sure that he's clear and everything, and then I tell him why he got his backside put on that canvas so he can correct it, and he doesn't go out there and get caught again with the same punch.
Let's get on that shoulder. Get the compress on that.
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now, look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, you know, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
Well, we've seen this before, Teddy. A guy goes down, he tasted the other man's power, and now it kind of neuters his own offense a bit.
It's like when you were a kid, Joe, and you went to the girl to ask her to dance. You remember that, don't you? And she turned you down. And then,
Often.
And then you're afraid to ask again. Well, you either have to find another girl or come up with a different line. He needs to come up with a strategy to get back to offense.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Chico able to land the counter punch. And Corrales able to block that punch. Good counter punch from Corrales. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. Defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. That punch just close. Diego Corrales is whipping there. A big, wide, sweeping shot. I mean, perfect to counter against.
Yes, it is, and you know it's only a matter of time. You know, that goes into the old computer, the old brain, where the guy remembers that, and the next time he's going to capitalize on it.
He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange. What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
You need to capitalize on his mistake, okay? I want to see that counter hook and get paid.
The start to the 11th round. punch nowhere close. Blocks that belt line well.
Keep moving.
Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Chico able to land the counter punch. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Good block. Good block by Corrales. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Diego Corrales. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Blocks that punch. Good counter punch.
Desperate here. He's gonna come forward now because he has to. Here. Catch him. He comes forward. All right, let's work on that cut. Focus. You have to focus. All right. Let's work on that cut. It's not. The cut's not. Don't worry about it.
They meet up for the 12th and final time. The last round has arrived. Great movement to get away from those punches. Showing you some defense there with the block. Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see. Diego Corrales' opponent should really be pushing and pressing the action here a bit because I don't think he's got much left in him. His conditioning is catching up with him.
Yeah, his opponent has to recognize that, but funny things happen in the dimensions, those shadowy dimensions of the mind and inside that ring, where all of a sudden you have an advantage, but you get satisfied. You say, oh, good, I'll leave him alone now because he's going to leave me alone. You can't be that way. You have to press that advantage, and he's not doing that right now.
Good defense, just covering up down low. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Diego Corrales. watch. Oh, Diego targeting that head and landing with a bomb. To get up to his feet after that knockdown, but Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
What a great round. 2 minutes in, 60 seconds to go. His opponent wanted the body, he wouldn't give it to him. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. That's a nice counter punch from Diego Corrales. The official judges' scores. Let's send it up to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight the judges have reached a unanimous decision. Your winner, Guerrero.
He's your winner by unanimous decision. All three judges giving it to him.
I didn't agree with the judges completely, but they got the right guy winning.
Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time ringside. Good evening, I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to a sold-out Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey for tonight's main event. 12 rounds, middleweights going at it between Amin Asikainen and Anthony Mundine. Amin Asikainen's on his way to the ring right now, and you can see how excited he is for this one. Lots of confidence. Anthony Mundine's making that final walk that separates man and warrior, soon to be in battle there in the ring.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Amin. And his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, Anthony.
All right, guys, remember this. Obey my commands at all times. Now let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
Opening round here, scheduled for 12. Scores with the body shot. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Well-placed counter punch by Anthony Mundine. Anthony Mundine's able to avoid that punch. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. How about a return to sender with the left hand? A headshot blocked. Powers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Teddy, do you think the sport needs a national or international governing body?
Yeah, it's the only major sport, at least it used to be a major sport, that doesn't have that. And there's no unilateral control. And when there's no unilateral control across the board, well, you have too many spots that are weak for the sport, spots that do not serve the sport.
Nice block. Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Anthony Mundine. Good block there by Anthony Mundine. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. End of the round is upon us. And if the next round holds up like that, we're going to be in for a real treat.
No, we will be, because both these guys have the philosophy that their best defense is their offense.
Relax. Relax. Doing great. Keep the pressure on him. Keep it on him. Don't need to get excited. You're doing fine.
Here we go. Round two is underway. Able to show you his blocking ability. Good job protecting himself. Way to block there. Nice block by Anthony Mundine. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Devastating blow by Anthony Mundine. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Parries that punch away. There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing? He's taking his opponent's jab away.
Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Cus D'Amato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jabbed. When he's been sure of himself, he's jabbed. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
Blocks the headshot. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Good block by Anthony Mundine. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
Pretty cool, all right? Got that? You are in control, so take your time. Take your time. Swallowing is nothing.
And round number 3 is underway. Good block by Anthony Mundine.
He's working the jab. Keep moving around the ring.
Gets rid of that body shot. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Amin Asikainen. Gets rid of that effort. Takes one, but gets one. Good work by Amin Asikainen. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand.
In and out, in and out.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Well-placed counter by Anthony Mundine. What a chin. And can you believe the shots this guy's absorbing?
You're taking too many punches. Hands up.
Just not there. Straight right hand off the mark. Blocks that punch. Amin Asikainen's cheek is cut, and you can see it's opening up now. Boy, that could be a factor later on. Round comes to an end, and that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic, and that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you're seeing proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
You're doing great. Keep it on. No need to get excited. You're doing fine. Let's get on that swelling. Get on the swelling.
Here we go with the fourth round. Able to show you his blocking ability.
Guard up.
stunned. He could go down. Anthony Mundine's looking for some room, and he found a way to get it. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. Eddie, he went from being on the edge of the cliff to now climbing back up the mountain.
Well, you know, that's where you want to know if a guy recovers fast. Obviously, he has the capacity to recover very quickly.
A headshot blocked. Not able to land the headshot. Anthony Mundine's a pro, but he's not a well-rounded pro, because a better level of fighter would be committing to the body more here, wouldn't he, Teddy?
Yeah, well, first of all, he would recognize that that's where he's supposed to be going now that his opponent, you know, is taken off a little bit with those fast shoes. No better way to take those shoes off his feet than to go downstairs.
Good-looking counterpunch. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Amin Asikainen.
Keep working the jab.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Anthony Mundine. To go in this round. Neither man has decided to slow down at all. Oh boy, what a round. Good way to protect the midsection. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Able to counter that attack. Last 10 seconds. Oh, that's gotta hurt. He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
Don't fight his fight. Jab him, jab him, jab him. He boxes smart. And outside the side. You understand?
Back to action here at the start of this round. That last round was very interesting because it was the kind of round that can turn a fight in a completely new direction. He did well.
Yeah, you know, the old-time saying was bad start, good finish. Well, that's what he's hoping for, good finish.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Anthony Mundine. We just have not seen the big shots from this guy. He is not throwing the power punches, Teddy. What would you say to him?
Well, first of all, I would say to him, what do you think, that he's going to make a deal with you? If you don't hit him hard, he won't hit you hard? No, it doesn't work like that, my friend. He's going to get confidence now. He's going to take advantage of this.
Cover your head.
A crafty counterpunch after a fine defensive effort by Anthony Mundine. Great pace to this fight, Teddy. These guys are not coming out of fifth gear. Nobody's slowing down.
No, they're fighting a 6th, 7th, and 8th gear.
Seconds to go here in this round. Good defensive skill with the block by Anthony Mundine. Anthony Mundine's showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Amin Asikainen's opponent's probably looking at him right now saying, wow, you're not changing anything up. You know, he got to him moments ago. Now, he's got the same style that he's looking at again.
Yeah, but he got to him moments ago. Got to him one time. I think right now it's too early to all of a sudden throw everything out the window. But look for an adjustment if things don't change. If he can't get away from those punches, if he keeps having problems, he gets stunned again, then you might have to look for a change. You might have to make a change if you're going to survive.
This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Able to dismiss that body shot. Final 10 seconds of this 5th round. This has been a hotly contested war throughout, and you just have a sense that it's going to end at any moment in these later rounds.
Yeah, these guys are not saving anything. They're going for broke right from the beginning.
Cover up, okay? You're leaving yourself open too much. Cover up. Keep boxing. Doing great. You're making it hard for him to hit you.
Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for stride, punch for punch. Tough fight to score here as we're back underway. Anthony Mundine's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Good block there by Anthony Mundine. Keep it going. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Good job protecting himself. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. Anthony Mundine's showing some real guts here. Hey, this fight was not going his way at all, but somehow he has gathered momentum.
Yeah, he behaved like a fighter. He got through the tough times, and now guess what? Good times in front of him.
Blocks that punch. Halfway through round 6.
Guard your head. Beat him to the punch.
Nice block by Anthony Mundine. Lands the counter. Oh! He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. Anthony Mundine's mounting a comeback here, Teddy. Things were going against him. Now the tide is turned.
Good things come to those who wait or those who persevere. He persevered, good things are happening.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Nice strike after catching one by Amin Asikainen. Anthony Mundine's got to deal with a cut cheek. Good block there by Anthony Mundine. Able to defend and then go on the offensive.
Come on, come on. Hit round. Get the confidence. Strickland, don't stand in front of it. Listen, throw more punches. Step out with a jab. Then come back and throw the left, right. He's doubled up.
Over the hump, the back end of the fight now begins. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. A headshot blocked. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Blocks that punch. Good defensive skill with the block by Anthony Mundine. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top.
You're taking too many punches. Hands up, back to the body. Come on, side to side.
Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Took a shot, now he gives a left. Good way to protect the midsection. Neither man slowing down as we have 60 seconds to go in this round.
Garner, keep working the jab.
A good block. Good block by Anthony Mundine. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Amin Asikainen. And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Nice block by Anthony Mundine. End of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action, the kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
Throw punches, okay? Don't walk into him without throwing a punch. Keep boxing just like that. You're moving, you're going to take this.
And we are back underway. Another round in a fight that's been very entertaining, but I wouldn't want to be a judge. This is one of those fights that could go either way. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Anthony Mundine's doing really well on the outside. Every gym's got one of those double-ended bags, right? They give you the movement, you got to hit that moving target, work on your accuracy. He's making it so that his opponent never had to work on one, Teddy. He's just sitting right there, right in front. No head movement whatsoever.
No, not at all. He didn't have one in his gym, that's for sure, because he just does not know how to move his head. The old timers would say he gets insulted if you miss him.
Gives one. The right hand scores well. Protecting his head well with his guard. Anthony Mundine's. Oh, Teddy, this has got to drive his trainer crazy because he's leaving himself wide open with these sweeping shots.
Well, you talk about that old saying, leaving the barn door open, and the horses are going to go out. Well, guess what? The punches, sooner or later, they're going to come in.
What a great round. 2 minutes in, 60 seconds to go. What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Anthony Mundine. Good block there by Anthony Mundine. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Listen to me. You're not giving me enough punches, okay? Throw more punches. Jab, jab, jab. Hook, jab, jab, jab. Hook, hook, hook. Head to the body, head to the body, head to the body. Jab, jab. Hook. Don't worry about it.
The 9th round is here. And there he counters back against his opponent. Anthony Mundine's showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch. Well, we told you it could be this kind of fight, and as advertised thus far. Nice block by Anthony Mundine. Anthony Mundine's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Very nice job landing that counter punch, getting away from one that was coming at him.
Move your feet.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Amin Asikainen is in a real tough spot now. There's no doubt about it that the eye has worsened. That cut is really looking ugly right here. What does he have to think about right now? Is it time to just take the realization that, hey, this fight could end at any moment?
Yeah, well, there's two things to that. First of all, the cutman's done his job. He's put the coagulants in there. Now he has to give them time to work. He's got to be elusive. He can't get hit on it for a little while. but also he has to find a way for offense to stem the tide, to keep the opponent from just walking right in.
A minute to go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off stride. Blocks it away. Comes right back at him with a left hand. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
End of the round here. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. It's turning out to be a very good fight because it's very competitive. It's one of those fights that's really hard to score.
Yeah, it is hard to score. It's going to be up to the judges now. Hopefully, they've been watching the way they need to watch, and they're confident enough to make sure that it's not just a matter of who's throwing, but, you know, who's really landing.
All right. Let's we're gonna cuss. It's nothing. We'll take care of the swelling. Just focus on the fight and we'll take care of the swelling.
Back to action here at the start of this round, which is just part of what has been a very evenly fought fight. One of those fights that's going to be very hard to score. Nice block by Anthony Mundine. A headshot blocked. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Anthony Mundine. Able to dismiss it. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. One hook deserves another. Wow. Good block by Anthony Mundine. Good defensive skill. Both men digging in with uppercuts. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Gets rid of that effort. Round comes to an end. And that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic, and that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you're seeing proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
Don't fight his fight. Jab and move. Jab and move. No need to get excited.
Another round, and if it keeps up with the rest of them, it'll be closely contested and hard to score. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. A crafty counterpunch after a fine defensive effort by Anthony Mundine. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Amin Asikainen. Good block there by Anthony Mundine. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Amin Asikainen. Blocks the headshot. Good defensive skill. Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go, because when he misses, bang, it gets caught.
1 minute to go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. Blocks that punch. Carries the punch, comes back with the hook. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Come to the end of this round. Teddy, a round in which maybe a lot of trainers don't like to see because it was a very busy round for both guys.
Well, it depends what kind of style, what kind of strength your fighter has, or even what kind of weaknesses. If I had a guy who likes to box, who likes to counterpunch, I want a guy coming at him. Not with a lot of TNT in his gloves, but coming forward where my guy is well suited. He can pick him off a little bit.
Give it all you got this round. Cuts nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of the cut. It's nothing. A small cut.
Good action throughout. We'll see if it keeps up in this round in what has been a very even fight. Oh, very nice. Smart counterpunch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Anthony Mundine's on the wrong end of a destructive uppercut. Able to get rid of that one. Way to block there. Anthony Mundine. Oh! He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments.
Punch it out, guys.
Took a shot, now he gives a left. Good block by Anthony Mundine. Blocks away that headshot. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Holy cow! Anthony Mundine's hit by that counter. Well-placed counter punch by Anthony Mundine. Good stuff in the opening 2 minutes. A minute to go in this round. Very nice defensive guard there. Strike after catching one by Anthony Mundine. Good looking right hand after he got hit. Good way to protect the midsection. Which way did it go after a very exciting fight now in the books? Let's send it up to the ring to find out.
Your winner, Anthony, the Man Mundine.
Anthony Mundine's your winner. He gets the nod by split decision.
Hey, if I'm a commissioner in this state, I'm calling that judge in. And I'm saying, hey, explain to me how you had this decision.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you next time.
I've built fires inspired to keep my hands warm. I've hopped through hurricanes and stepped through sandstorms. I've climbed cliffs, you can see what I'm dreaming. Even